Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's look, as you can see, is quite bright, metallic, shiny, bronzy, bluey. So this look I created specifically for New Year's. Usually I'm not this bright and loud, but as it's New Year's, you just want something a bit more sparkle, and you just want to stand out. And today's look I created with the new palettes from Estee Lauder. And I think it's their extra line, or extra line for younger audience, as far as I can understand. It's called Estee Edit, and it's a beautiful line. They've got everything, and it's by Estee Lauder. So it has foundations and eyeshadows and everything, but just a bit more youthful than the original Estee Lauder stuff. So these are the two palettes that I used. I think they come together. And the first one's called Glow Face Eye Palette. Plus it does, this is eyeshadows and highlighters. And this is a gritty eyeshadow palette. So it's a bit, the colors are a bit deeper, and there's quite a lot of sparkle and glitter. So these are very, very fun. Plus, to actually get the blue metallic look, I use their liquid metallic eyeshadows. There's a lot to say in one. So they come really in really beautiful packages, and the colors are stunning. But if you want to find out a bit more about this palette and see live swatches and actually see the colors and me talk about in depth about these stuff, then go to my other video that I'll be posting as well, all about it. But if you would like to see how this look was created, please continue watching. Hi guys, so now we're nicely zoomed in and we can start on my face. So first of all, as this is a New Year's look, let's prime my face, because we kind of want a foundation and everything else stay as long as possible. And I'm gonna prime with the Wireless Blur Primer. I have a sample, I think I bought it together with the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat, so these guys came together, and yeah, I absolutely love it. It has some golden flecks in there, so it just gives you a little extra shine and glow, which is always good. So I'll put some on my hand. Then I'll do it with a brush, with a big foundation brush. I'm not sure where this brush is from. I think my sister actually got this for me for Christmas, so yeah. I find whenever I put primer with my hands, I tend to put too much. This way it just spreads out evenly. That's done. Actually, let's let it sit for a bit and soak in, and let's moisturize our lips. At the moment, my favorite lip balm is Burt's Bees, and this one's with pomegranate oil, which smells delicious, and it's a natural way to hydrate your lips. Lovely. Okay, let's give it another minute and let the primer soak in. So everything is soaked in and we're ready for foundation. Today I'm using the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer. It's a bit heavier foundation than I normally use, but because it's New Year's or it's more glamorous event, you want a bit more coverage. Plus I've got two uninvited friends that tagged along with me today for the party. But you know, these things happen, and all you can do is hope that these are not permanent lodgers. Fingers crossed. So yes, let's shake it up and dot it all over my face. For now, I think this should be enough. And to buff my foundation in, I'm going to be using today one of my favorite brushes is the full coverage face brush from Bobbi Brown. And then to really buff everything in, I'm gonna go with my oval dupe brush. I know I was raving about these and saying that, you know, you don't need the real stuff, but I found it that I do like the brush and the bristles, but for example, the rose gold color, I don't know if you can see, came off almost straight away when I started using brush cleaners. So for that, I'm like, I wish it was real and I wish it didn't come off so easily, because now they just look dirty when they're not. So yeah, that's my only negative thing about these. And as this foundation is concealer as well in one, I'm gonna dot a bit more where I would want to conceal. So these fellas, nose and eyes. And a bit more on the neck. Don't forget the ears. I think with this foundation you really have to work fast because it likes to set quite quickly. This is pretty full coverage. Okay, now we're done with the face. I mean, I think you can still see my fellas, my mates that came along, but I wouldn't want to conceal even more or put any more product just because then it just starts looking cakey. I mean, if you got unwanted mates that came along, tagged along, then, you know, you just kind of have to not embrace it, but just go with it. Because the more product you put, the more obvious it is, the more cakey it starts looking. What can you do? Alright, so let's move on to powder. I don't normally use a lot of powder, just around my eyes and my nose. And today I really want to put some around my eyes just because we're going to be working with eyeshadows that has some glitter in them. So if something falls off, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can wipe them away easier with a powder than with the sticky foundation. I don't know, it's a theory. Let's test it. So I'm going to use my Zoeva I don't know what kind of brush it is. Zoeva 105 brush. Just a little bit of powder, and actually the powder that I'm using today is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte powder. I mean, you want to look a bit dewy but not too dewy, so matte for flashing photography is going to be perfect. It's going to be your best friend. So under eyes, the sides of your nose and chin. I might do a bit more powder. Alrighty, so my face is all set and ready to go for some eyeshadows. But as I don't know if you saw in the video or sped it up, I put some powder as well on my eyelids because having foundation and powder for me is enough of what do you call it, primer. As I'm not into, I know I need to leave them alone. I'm not too much into primers, so I do like to use powder or shadow just to give a little base. So let's move on. I'm gonna start with the face and eye palette from the Estee Edit. This is how they look. And we're gonna start with the color called Gleam. And take big brush, big blending brush. And let's start working our sockets and defining and contouring the eye. I like to extend my eyeshadows, or you know, not the darkest but one of the lightest colors out a bit, just to make a little bit more drama on the side. But if you don't like it or it doesn't suit your eyes, just go back and forth like that. No need to extend here, but I like it. Okay, let's move on to another color, and it's going to be a darker brown, bronzy, and the name of it, sorry, I've got all the names here from, and this one's called Beachy. We're going to go back into the crease and define it even more and start layering colors. Don't worry about the base of your eyelid. We're gonna put some other, actually a crazy metallic blue color. Actually, bring the darker color in a bit, like a little V, this way, and then out. And a bit for the extra drama. Drag it out. Going back into the Beachy for the other eye. Okay, let's dip into shade Ray, just to deepen the crease even more. And let's move on to the fun part. Let's start playing with the Metal Liquid eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting a little bit of it on the side of my hand, and I will be using a little synthetic brush to apply it, just for precision. but you know, you can use whatever brush feels more comfortable for you. I'm gonna take a little bit at a time and start applying onto the base of my eyelid. Oh, let's pray for me. Whew, this is gonna be precision work. And we will stop applying the color, just this area, because we will be putting an eyeshadow to smoke it out. Let's put another layer just for added drama. And we're gonna wait for it to dry. It only takes a few minutes, but I don't want to look up to mess it up. So it's only been a minute or maybe even less, and the metallic eyeshadow is fully dried. I think so. I hope you can see on the camera, it's beautiful. So the color is really vibrant, and it almost seems like it has metallic flecks in it. Don't know if you can see. I'm gonna try and move a bit. Anyway, hopefully you can see it on the camera, on your iPhone or tablet, but live it's beautiful. Right, let's move on and try and kind of like merge these colors or make the look make sense, because right now it's just bronze and blue, which doesn't make sense. Right, so we're gonna dip into color called Trip from the Gritty palette, and I'm gonna just show you quickly. It's this one, slightly blue, and then we're gonna go in with the color Mood here, and the bottom lashes will be this brown color called Burn. Right. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, the color name for the liquid eyeshadow is Not Sorry, and I am definitely not sorry for getting this. Right, let's dip into Trip. Try and take a little bit excess off because it's quite gritty and it's got a bit of glitter, so just not to get it on my face. So put it in the corner. And in the socket. Nice. Other eye. Does it start making sense? I hope it does. Now we're gonna go in color with a more tapered blending brush, again from Zoeva, and this one was as well. So this one's number is 231. And we're gonna go dip into the darkest color called Mood. Again, tap off excess because I can already see lots of glitter flying about me. Again, let's go back into the corner and just smoke it out, just to give it a bit more drama. Gorgeous. Now let's go back into with big blending brush, and let's go back into the colors, the beachy, and mix it up with the cream one, just to blend all the edges. Right, I think we're done with that. Let's move on to our lower lash. And I'm gonna go in with a little brush, blending brush from Zoeva again. I mean, I love this company for brushes. And the brush number is 230. And we're gonna go in with the color Burn. Again, tap the excess. Yeah, I'm already seeing glitter all over my face, but it's New Year's and glitter's good. Right, then we're gonna go back into the darkest color called Mood. Definitely tap that off. And we're gonna just connect the, I don't know what it's called, the outer parts of the lid. And with what else? With a little blending brush, another 221, we're gonna just go over it and soften all the lines. That's it. I think the eyeshadow part is done. Now I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and go in with Legendary Lashes by Charlotte Tilbury off camera, and I'll come back in a minute. Bye. Alrighty, so I've done my eyelashes off camera, I've curled them, and I put some, as I said, Charlotte Tilbury's Legendary Lashes mascara. I absolutely love it because it gives you that drama and volume, and it's very, very sexy. But one thing that I hate about it is that it doesn't stay long on your lashes. It just keeps rubbing off, like through the night. I'll just have a little bit, you know, I can see it where it's rubbed off from my bottom lashes and it's smudged. But as I'm doing a smoky eye, it'll be fine. But usually if I use this, I just put on top some waterproof mascara just to seal everything in and keep it in place. The thing is, I just love it. It gives you such big drama. So I'm hoping that Charlotte Tilbury is working on a new formula of smudge proof. Please, please, please make it smudge proof. All right, anyway, rant's over. Let's move. Oh, by the way, while I was off camera, I just remembered that I forgot to put color pencil into my waterline, and I did that with MAC pencil, and it is Rich Experience Pro Longwear Eyeliner for that long night of partying. Anyway, so my eyes are done. Actually, no. I've forgotten my inner corners. So for that, I'm gonna use the lightest color, which is called Snow Lit. And I'm gonna dab that inside of my inner corners of my eye. Just for that extra pop. Beautiful. Right, now we're gonna move on to eyebrows. For eyebrows, I like to use eyeshadows, and I've created myself this palette with Bobbi Brown eyeshadows. I know you've seen it in all my videos. So I use, for me, the eyeshadow in Cement. So it's more grey color, grey brown, which is, I think that's what my eyebrows are. And for that, I'm gonna use a small angled brush from Kryolan. This is how it looks. Actually, let's brush those eyebrows first. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's brush it for a more natural look. And I will set it in place with my favorite eyebrow gel, which is the Brow Set Gel. Yeah, I think that looks about right. Now let's move on to contouring and highlighting, and then lipping. And then we're done, actually. So to contour, I'll be using my favorite contour palette from Charlotte Tilbury, Bronze and Glow. And today I will be only contouring with her. So, and for the brush, I'll be using this brush, which is from Real Techniques. And I think it's for cheeks. But I like to use it to contour. Yeah, but I'll use my big mirror. And if you want to know contouring or highlighting techniques or any kind of basic makeup techniques, go to my other videos where I've made a few of those, just some basic stuff, and I'll talk more. That's where I talk more about contouring and all that stuff. I think I'm happy with that. Let's move on to highlight. Right, for highlighting, I'm gonna be dipping not into my beloved Charlotte Tilbury, but into the Estee Edit palette, which is the eyeshadow and highlight actually. So we're gonna go into the lightest one again, Snow Lit. And as this is a New Year's look, we're gonna make the highlight strong. Look at that, wow. That is strong. Not forgetting our Cupid's bow. Actually, I want a bit more. And let's blend the highlight a bit more. So I'm going to be using this Real Techniques Duo Fiber Contour Brush. Just going to go over the places where I highlighted. So it doesn't look too blotchy and streaky. Okay, I am happy with that. What else is there to do? Yes, lips. So because the eye look is quite loud for me, I'm gonna go with quite natural nudie lips. So we'll be using for lip pencil, Charlotte Tilbury's lip pencil in color, where's the color? Lip Cheat. It's a beautiful color. You can fill them in a bit, just so the color lasts longer on the night. And then for lipstick, I'm going to be using Clinique's, and I don't know what it is actually, what kind of lipstick. I can't remember when I bought it, but it's a beautiful nude, and it's called Nude Pop. Clinique Pop Lip Color plus Primer, I guess 2 in 1. Okay. It's falling apart. So I don't know if this is a sample, if I got this as a sample, or this is the real thing. And if this is the actual real packaging, then not okay, Clinique. And if this is a sample, yeah, I guess it happens. Right. Okay, I think I'm happy. Yeah, I think I'm happy with the look, and I think I'm happy with how it all turned out. Maybe next time using the palette, the gritty palette, I would be doing the eyes first and then doing foundation. But to be honest, the fallout wasn't crazy. I mean, there was a fallout just because, you know, we're dealing with chunky glitters. But otherwise, I am in love with the palettes, and I am absolutely in love with the metallic liquid eyeshadow as well. I'll probably be getting that in, getting more colors, maybe a gold one, and I think there's a rose gold one as well, which would be more subtle and kind of like not every day. use, but you know, occasions. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and please keep watching and subscribe at www.egleb.com. Bye guys!